guys, I'm here with another episode of I'm Here for Your Hair, and I want to talk to you about how you can create texture quickly without having to do a wet set. And if you don't have enough definition in your natural hair or you want to go heat free, this is a really cool way to get the definition. It's from a DVD that I did like 3 years ago, and I want to put the footage out because it's going to be really helpful to create texture in your naturally curly styles when you don't have time to sit under a dryer, you don't have time to wait, you don't have time for any of that. So it is requiring heat, and it's also helpful for girls who have heat damage and want to be naturally curly but they have all these straight pieces. So let's take a look at the tape and then I'll follow up with some more info. This technique only requires a heat-resistant comb made of wood or carbon only. I'm using a bone tail comb and Babyless Titanium iron set at 410 degrees. With this technique, you simply wrap the desired section around the tail of the comb until you reach the end. Hold the comb with your left hand while you cover the hair with both plates of the flat iron for 5 to 10 seconds. Release and repeat as desired. Yes! Did you catch it? I'm gonna redo a little bit of that technique on my hair because I want to show the differences based on texture. So the model that you saw from the video has 3C hair, and she had a lot of heat damage from wearing extensions for a long time. And you know, when you wear weaves out and leave the leave out, it gets straight and then it's no texture. So that technique is great for if you have to do a quick style on someone and they don't have time to sit under a dryer. It's not recommended for everyday use. It's not recommended to do excessively. Why? Because it will add more damage to curly hair. You don't want to break the hair back down. But the good thing about this technique is that you're not straightening the hair and changing the texture. You're creating a curl. So because of that, it's still not going to do as much damage as if you were making the hair bone straight. So now I'm going to do a little bit of demo on my hair. I did this technique maybe 3 days ago, and I want to just show you the differences from when it looks fresh to right now, which, you know, it's kind of puffy. I still have a little bit of a spikiness, but there's no actual definitive curl. So I'll show you that. All right, guys, my hair texture is somewhere between 4A and 4C, which is the tightest texture on the hair chart. But it just means it's very coily. It's a little bit more dry. And it's a tight, super tight curl. So I like to either do rods or twist outs, or sometimes I'll do a wet and go. But after a few days, I don't want to wet my hair again. So this technique is great when I'm on the go. I want my definition, I want my separation, and I don't have time for all of that. So I'll just take a section, let's do this one. And I actually have a metal tip comb. This is really a foiling comb, but it won't burn on the flat iron either. So either a bone comb, a carbon comb, or a metal tip comb is the only tool you can use because plastic will obviously melt. So I'm gonna take the tip of my comb and I'm gonna start wrapping my hair around it in a downward spiral. And then once I get to the end, I'm gonna use my thumb and my index finger to hold the piece. You have to hold it tight. And then after that, I'm gonna squeeze the flat iron right on there and slide it up and down the piece of the comb. And now I just let it go, and boom, I have a little curl there. So you always wanna let the curl set so that it doesn't diminish the work that you just did. Let it cool down first before you piece it out, because obviously I need to blend it in with the rest of my hair. I'm gonna repeat this again. Keep in mind, I don't have a mirror, so I'm kind of just doing this. But I feel like it's coming out good, right? Okay, cool. Fill it out. Yep, I see my curl. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more. Now, I recommend 410 because the higher setting would be 450, And that's just a little bit too hot, especially when you want the texture to look authentic and natural. You still want to have some of that coarseness in there and the fullness of the hair. So 410 is good. 375 might not get you as much of a curl as you want. So we're doing a medium-sized piece, not super small. I don't want it perfect. I just want some definition, especially in front of my face. Seems like the hair around my forehead is the less defined. Everything else holds the curl a lot easier. So 410, not 450. 450 is a little bit too hot. I wouldn't recommend that unless you really needed some definition that you wanted to last. And I would only recommend doing that one time in between your shampoo. Boom, that curl is popping. So now I'm not gonna do the whole head because I don't need to. And I just kind of wanted to show the technique and show how it works on different hair textures. So I'm just gonna piece out the hair now. Basically just do it like that. Just open it up. And now you see how it just kind of blends in, even though I didn't do the full head. A few pieces with more definition really help just give it that style. Or I could push it forward if I wanted to, you know. Yeah, that's cool. Whatever. All right, you guys get it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's great for when you're on the go, you want to give some extra definition. You normally wouldn't do a whole head, but you do want to create separation. That's what's going to make the hair look cool, is having little spiky pieces or a little bit of depth and dimension into your curls. So I hope you love this technique. My name's Angela, and I'm here for your hair.